he emphasized and made it clear that this is not a rebuild. Bringing in such an experienced group. He brings in 6 guys to this roster that have won an NCAA tournament game, which emphasizes that this is not a rebuild.
Deflection by Williams. See a couple of subs for NC State. Matt Abel, freshman, making his collegiate debut. Terrence Arsenault transfers over from Houston. Lattimore fouled on the three-point attempt. And NC State, they understand the scout. Lattimore can flat out shoot it, got to contest. Don't want to foul the three-point shooter. Lattimore shot 42% from distance last year at Division II Seton Hill.
And NC State is very aggressive on the defensive end. As we see, they're starting to switch on screens and off-ball screens. Something to keep track of as the game advances.
Foul on Terrence Arsenault. 3 years at Houston. He was the 6th man last year for the team that won the Big 12 and lost in the NCAA title game to Florida. Coach Wade talking to our officials tonight. Tony Henderson, Ryan Sassano, and Connor McDade officiating crew. Lattimore solid from the line. We knew that the Eagles would mix up their defenses quite a bit, show multiple looks to NC State. And a blocking foul call.
And North Carolina Central, they're running a zone, trying to slow NC State down on the offensive end and make them shoot tough shots.
Lavelle Moten in his 17th season with the Eagles. 4 NCAA tournament appearances. A tremendous success. And 1 here on this floor. Back in 2013, Arsenault with the recycle. And a reach-in foul on Lattimore.
NC State has the size advantage on the offensive end, and that's why all 5 are all crashing the glass on all shots.
Coach Moten from here in Raleigh. 2013, his Eagles won in overtime. Plenty of fond memories from that game. They have not played here since. Davis tried to step through, lost it. Last off of him, Wolfpack basketball. And this is a good local matchup. And obviously the Eagles have a great program. It'd be nice if this game was played more often than every 12 years or so.
And there's North Carolina Central team. They're hungry, right? There's guys on this roster who wish that they were playing at NC State, and they're playing with a chip on their shoulder tonight.
Foul on Okoronkwo on Matt Abel. It's a good point, and Coach Wade was asked about that in his press conference this week, and he said, hey, I have that perspective from my time at McNeese. I know how hungry this team is going to be. He said, because that was me the last 2 years. That was our McNeese team that had so much success.
And let me tell you, there's nothing like being the underdog and going into an environment like this with nothing to lose. It makes you dangerous.
6th meeting, NC State won the first 4. 2013, that team, by the way, was the first NCAA tournament team for Coach Moten. That was a really good team. The lob, too tall for Arsenault. Van Allen Lubin back up strong. +1.
Van Allen Lubin is a valuable addition to this NC State team. He's a guy who's going to eat up the glass for 2nd and 3rd opportunities for NC State, and that's what we've been seeing him do tonight.
Van Allen Lubin has played against NC State in all 3 years of college, while a member of the Wolfpack He was at Notre Dame, Vanderbilt, and in North Carolina a season ago. Johnson with a good look inside. Corey Carvey couldn't handle it initially, but sticks with it and scores.
North Carolina Central is battling. They know how aggressive NC State is on the defensive end, and they're trying to take advantage of it by driving to the basket.
Active hands and a leak out. Williams hits the net hard. He'll shoot two. NC State in their exhibition, and yes, it was an exhibition in South Carolina. One thing that stood out from that, they shot 30 free throws. Coach Wade wants his team to get to the rim, and that's something they were able to do in that win against the Gamecocks. Trailed for most of the game, down 11 with just under 8 minutes to go, went on an 11-0 run, and it was McNeil that hit the game winner. I said they shot 30 free throws. They only made 19 of them. That was one of the areas that coach thought they could clean up.
And basketball is a game of runs, as we've seen from that exhibition from NC State. Started off slow and got going at the right time.
Williams, 3 threes already, couple boards, couple assists. 12 points. As he checks out, Jerry Dang makes his NC State debut, the Florida State transfer. Starting to see some of the depth for NC State, one of the top transfer portal classes in the country. Coach Wade said he expects the rotation to be 9 players tonight in the early part of the season. He'd like to maybe get down to 8 at some point. Lattimore, tough shot over Copeland.
And Gage Lattimore has been very aggressive to start the game tonight. Getting to his spots with a quick one-dribble pull-up has been his game.
Dang checking in is the 9th Wolfpack player to have played. He gets a touch on the low block. Good move.
And great move by Dang to recognize the trap and step through the opening for an easy layup.
Johnson finds a layup inside. Ramondo Battle the second.
North Carolina Central team is doing a lot of movement on the offensive end, trying to clear up as many opportunities for open looks.
They find Abel in the corner for 3. His first bucket as a member of the Wolfpack. The first commit in the Will Wade era. Johnson driving Abel. Davis misses from close range. Copeland scores!
NC State has done an excellent job in transition. They noticed that the defense had a disadvantage and they're running their lanes, getting open looks.
Quadir Copeland, his first basket as a member of the Wolfpack. No stranger to scoring here in the Lenovo Center. His career best 25 points came when he was a member of Syracuse a couple of years ago. Lattimore can hit that, not this time. Arsenault steps into a 3, maybe partially deflected. Lattimore, I think, got a piece. Transition, battle, way off. And a blocking foul. Take us to break. Well, they're excited about Matt Abel here in Raleigh. His first 3. NC State having a lot of success in the transfer portal, bringing in some very talented players. We've already seen them make their impact tonight, Casey.
And something that's surprising and great to see is that chemistry, right? When you bring in so many new faces, sometimes it can be tough for everybody to get on the same page. And so far, to get started in this game, they're all in sync, scoring 22 of the team's 27 points.
Sharing the basketball, 6 assists on 11 made field goals. And you made a point to say it earlier. 9 transfers, 6 of them played in an NCAA tournament game, and all 6 won at least one game. So not just experienced players, upperclassmen, but to have that March Madness experience and to win in March Madness.
That experience,
that's valuable.
Yeah, that experience is extremely valuable, especially when you have this team that's playing freshmen like Matt Abel, Sonye, guys that rely on that leadership and experience to help them, to propel them for success.
Johnson fouled by Copeland. Not many people know what it's like to go through the pressure, the bright lights of March Madness and then win a game or multiple games. You do. What is that like?
To start it off, it's essentially a brand new season, right? Everybody in the country is 0-0 for that postseason stretch. So you're getting everybody's best punch. So it's a brand new season, and bringing that experience on the following season only makes your team better.
What are the nerves like? First game, do they mount as you get deeper into the tournament?
That's true. I guess it's different for everybody, but there's nothing like tournament pressure, I'll tell you that.
Foul on Kyrick Davis, reaching in on Abel. There it is, ACC champs 2024. You were able to go on that run, ignite this fan base, and they have brought the energy tonight. Coach Wade calls it the Red Reckoning. It's when everybody in Wolfpack Nation together as one, unified, and talked about maximizing the resources here. So we have the resources, we can win. And again, it's not a rebuild. We can win right away. The teams across the country are going to have to reckon with us.
That's a great term that Will Wade, or a great phrase that Will Wade decided to bring to NC State, the Red Reckoning, describe a new era of this NC State team. And as he mentioned before, this is not a rebuild. He describes them as going to be at the top of the ACC and how they plan for an NCAA tournament appearance this season.
That is a big-time rebound by Lubin. Swing it to Holloman for 3. Dang, he can hit that shot. And does.
NC State is doing a great job of attacking the glass, getting second, third opportunities. There's a major size advantage in NC State's favor, and crashing the glass helps them keep this lead.
Jerry Dang can shoot the 3, both volume and efficiency last year as Lubin picks up the steal. He made 44 3-pointers with Florida State. Put it on the floor too. Made 44, and he shot 37%. And he can do it at 6'9". That's a unique skill set.
Dang's versatility on the offense and defensive end is definitely very valuable. On the defensive end, he can guard 1 through 5, and on the offensive end, he can stretch the floor and clear opportunities for guards to drive.
Let's talk about that ability. NC State wants to be able to switch, and it helps when you have a guy that's 6'9" that can move like that.
He's very light on his feet, which is rare for a guy his size. Being able to keep up with quicker guards, it's something that can only help his team.
Makes both free throws. Wolfpack lead is 19. Johnson's been pretty quiet so far. 3 points. Carvey kick out with 2. Lattimore rises, front rim, able to board. Blocked by Carvey, out of bounds. Strong move by Paul McNeil. A 13-0 run NC State's on right now.
And NC State is doing an excellent job of driving the basket to clear up opportunities.
Eagles want to run. And a low bounce. You can stay in. Now, if you pick up your third, you're going to have to sit for the rest of the half.
Exactly.
But you got to like that as a player, Casey.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing better than going in and playing with 2 fouls. But you got to be extremely cautious because that third one will keep you out for a while.
Extra pass. Williams to Abel. Will Strong. Eagles want to go. This is Jay Slack. One of the 10 transfers for North Carolina Central. Coming from from West Virginia State. He was at Temple College earlier, but in between, he's at Northwestern State, where Coach Wade saw him at McNeese. So familiar with number 8, the Eagles, Jay Slack. Williams, he's got 3 already. And Holloman pulls up and drains it.
Once again, Van Allen keeping the ball alive to clear up an opportunity for Trey Holloman to get to his spot.
What an addition Trey Holloman is. 3 years at Michigan State with Coach Izzo. He was a captain last year for that team. Had an assist-to-turnover ratio of nearly 2.5.
And Trey Holloman, he's a guy who makes his teammates better, as we see from there. Getting in the lane and pushing on the other end.
Picks up the steal right on cue. How about a 3?
Trey Holloman, he's been bringing it on both ends of the floor. His leadership and experience is valuable to this NC State team.
The senior from Minneapolis with a quick 5 to put the Wolfpack up 21. Jonathan Dunn blocked at the rim. Carvey, second effort again. Corey Carvey playing well for the Eagles. He's got 9 to lead them in scoring.
And Carvey has done a great job getting on the glass. But if you notice on NC State, how active they are with their hands, forcing tough shots for North Carolina Central.
Well, that's just too easy. Darian Williams with the easiest basket he'll get tonight. 14 now for Williams to lead all scorers.
Darian Williams does a great job of moving without the ball. He knows how to read the off-ball screens, as we've seen there, clearing an easy opportunity for him to get an easy look at the basket.
He averaged 15. Texas Tech last year nearly has that in the first half. Thought he had a block there too. Trey Holloman and NC State showing out on opening night.
He's been doing it all. Getting to his spots, leading the charge for the Wolfpack.
During the break, several former players honored here at Lenovo Center. DJ Burns is in the house.
And it's good to see the big fella back in Raleigh. There's nothing like how loud the fans get when they see DJ Burns on the big screen. Nothing like it.
They made a lot of noise when they announced Casey Morsell, too, people. How about that shirt DJ has on?
Isn't it nice?
You got Fire and Ice, David Thompson.
A lot of legends on there.
It's a great shirt. Wolfpack past, present, You can see in that shot, too, a glimpse of Chucky Brown, who's joined the radio crew for NC State as their analyst this year, replacing the excellent Tony Haynes, who's in retirement. Holloman another three. 8 points for him in a blink.
And Trey Holloman, he's going to get those looks with this zone that Central is running. That's what they're giving up.
They track three-pointers in practice for NC State when they're playing 5-on-5, not just, skill work, shooting drills, none of that. But this team has shot it well from three, and that has translated so far to real game action. Holloman, a 33% shooter a year ago, 36% for his career at Michigan State. So when he sees zone, his eyes light up. Williams. But I think it's against zone two. He's going to be pretty good from the elbow. Misses that time.
If you're North Carolina Central, you've got to give up something in the 2-3 zone.
Layup for Jonathan Dunn, Coppin State transfer. So many transfers across the country. Plenty of players in this game that have played against NC State before when they were at Maryland Eastern Shore or Coppin State. Moussa Sanye with his first basket.
Moussa Sanye, he was parked in the dunker spot. That's what the coaches call it.
Sanye, one of the international players, gets a steal off the deflection and almost lost his dribble. Got it back. Williams feeds him. Sanye scores again. Freshman from the Gambia, played in the top division of Spain the last 3 years. 2 baskets for him back-to-back. Timeout, Eagles. Wolfpack fans getting to know all the newcomers. First look at Moussa Sanye. And played at a really high level, top division of Spain. That's a very good league. And he comes in with a very high ceiling.
And he adds such great versatility off the bench. A guy who Will Wade can count on due to his experience. Even with him being a freshman, having pro-level experience is valuable in terms of translating that into the college game.
Sanye and Jamie Kontuniemi coming over internationally. Matt Abel, a top 25 recruit. And Zamika Wilkins from here in North Carolina, NC Player of the Year. So the lead has swelled to 25. Sanye skies for the rebound. Good ball movement. Holloman sets his feet, drilled it.
And once again, that's what that zone gives up for North Carolina Central. Trying to get NC State to make outside shots. And if you're LaVelle Moton, you have to live with that.
Holloman joins Williams into double figures. He's got 11. Eagles turn it over. NC State has led this one the whole way. Just what they were hoping for on opening night. Got off to a fast start.
And they threw the first punch straight from tip. And it all started on the defensive end. They're so aggressive and so active with their hands and energy. And Will Wade has done a great job putting in fresh bodies.
Ding stumbled. The 1-and-1 here. Dang, already 7 points. Gotten to the line once before. The free throws 10 and 11 of the first half for NC State. And that's 3 fouls on Kelechi Okoronkwo. Under a minute to play first half.
And NC State's in a 1-2-2 soft press. And the purpose of that press is to slow down North Carolina Central and reduce the shot clock.
Harvey. Physical to the rim. And playing in his home state. Playing well. Shot clock off for Holloman and company. Action.
So one thing that's interesting about this NC State defense
Lattimore hits the three from the top of the key.
is that it's positionless. So 1 through 5, you're guarding every position on the court, as we see from Van Allen Lubin, guarding a guard on the perimeter.
Abel drops it off. Van Allen Lubin might lead the country in dunks this year. He's got 3 already.
Van Allen Lubin lives in the dunker spot. And when you play with the right guards, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to have finishes at the rim, as we've seen from Van Allen Lubin.
Well, he's in the double figures with 10 points, 5 boards for the North Carolina transfer. Switches off on the guard like Casey was just talking about. Makes Johnson give it up. Davis, pass intercepted by McNeil. And he runs into Coach Wade. All smiles, everybody's okay. Taking timeout here in Raleigh, packed by 30.
Close, yeah. Have a good day, have a day. Pressure the ball! Have a day. Hey! I don't know what I just said.
I'm a little crazy, you know. I'm a high motor, high intensity.
Oh yeah!
I'm real confident on the court.
Bucket, but trust yourself, kid. Your shot 45. That's good defense, Musa. Yo, that's good defense. They didn't get in the paint. Good job, Scotty.
Quadir Copeland in his NC State debut. A look behind the scenes, mic'd up at practice. You want to see more Light It Red All Access with NC State men's basketball on YouTube at NC State Athletics. McNeil from the corner again. They say he gets fouled on a three-pointer at least one time every practice. And he'll shoot 3 here. But Copeland just found him for an assist. You saw in that little mic'd up segment, he's talkative, but he is confident, and he gives that confidence to his teammates and is really a leader on this team.
Quadir raises the floor for what this NC State team can achieve, and he doesn't have to be the guy that's scoring 20 points a night, but he does it through his leadership and energy on both ends of the floor. It's contagious.
Some guys are lead by example. Not everybody can be that vocal leader, Casey. I don't know how vocal you got at times versus trying to lead by example, but every team needs to have a voice in that room.
And that's who he is. I got to experience Quadir Copeland from his experience at Syracuse.
From the other side.
From the other side, and man, he brings the energy, I'm telling you.
And there's Sanaya Rivers in the house. NC State women's basketball alum. Had a great rookie season in the W. It's about the only thing that hasn't gone in tonight for Corey Carvey. Abel on the run. Euro step. Williams cleans it up.
Williams has been all over the floor, keeping the ball alive, finding his teammates. He's doing it all.
Good find, Johnson to Lattimore. That's a good look. rebound out to Carvey. He's working on a double-double. 14 and 7 now for number 7 for the Eagles. Kick ball. NC State going to bring in 3 subs. Deng, Arsenault, and Sagne coming in. Williams, Leuven, and McNeil coming off. Didn't see a whole lot of Terrence Arsenault in the first half because of 3 fouls. He played just 7 minutes. He's going to be a key piece of this team. They lob inside to Carvey, stripped away. Sagne with the steal. Fourth 3 of the night for Trey Holloman.
And that was all Matt Abel, clearing up the opportunity for Trey Holloman to shot fake and get to his spot.
Casey, NC State 11 of 22 from 3. I can do that, Matt. That's 50%. That's good.
That's big time. That's what it's all about. They knew that North Carolina Central was going to give them open looks, and they've been shot ready before the ball even hits their hands.
Some more math, assisting on 2/3 of their made field goals. You're not going to shoot 50% every night, to state the obvious. But on nights when they're shooting like this, I don't know if there's anybody in the country that can beat them. Active hands, Kyric Davis knocks it away. Johnson finds him, rises.
North Carolina Central trying their best to creep back in it, but they're going to play hard to the very end.
Kyric Davis, his first basket for the Eagles. Abel, another triple. They brought in the noise meter, the old noise meter from the old Barn Reynolds Coliseum. Part of renewing traditions. Abel cleared for takeoff.
Strong opening for the freshman. This Lenovo Center is on another level.
What a debut. NC State shooting the lights out from 3. A lot of excitement already when Will Wade was introduced as the new head coach, but even more excitement with Wolfpack Nation. They're embracing old traditions from winning times here. National championships here at NC State, 74 and 83. Coach Wade said, we need to get back to doing some of those things that we did back in those days, like the old noise meter from Reynolds Coliseum. Fans love these throwback uniforms. Well, you love them too.
Will Wade and his staff, they hear the fans as these uniforms were in high demand for NC State to wear these uniforms, and the fact that they're on display for opening night shows that the coaching staff, they hear what the fans and students have been requesting for a while.
Put out a Red Reckoning video as well, Coach Wade. Sagne hustling, tracked down by Carvey. Coach Wade into that video, posing, putting his hand to his chin, and people picked up on a very famous picture. Coach V, Jim Valvano. A nod to the great history here at NC State. And that was important to Coach Wade when he got the job, to learn about all of the tradition and the history, all a part of the Red Reckoning this year.
And this is a special fan base. As we've seen from opening night, a sold-out Lenovo Center.
And it's a hungry fan base. Casey, you experienced it firsthand. You won the ACC, went to the Final Four. Deng from the corner. 3 short. That's a big boy rebound by Sagne. Out to Abel. He's into double figures.
And that was a tough shot by Matt Abel. Backpedaling into the catch and shoot. Not a lot of guys can make that, Andrew.
Abel with 12, 5 in the double figures for NC State. This fan base so hungry for a winner. It was pretty much everyone standing for the final 4 minutes of the exhibition in Greensboro. Saunier to Abel again. He'll try the other side. It's Deng. Splash!
NC State is doing it all right now. Hitting shots and making North Carolina Central uncomfortable.
Moussa Saunier rebounding, dishing. Deng does the rest. Jerry Deng just hit the 3. Look at the background. DJ, big 30. Great reaction.
And that's one thing about Burns. He's going to bring the energy on or off the court.
Look at the leading scorers for NC State now. 6 players. Williams, Holloman, Deng, and Abel. McNeil and Lubin all into double figures. Battle misses. Saunier set a really good stretch right before the break. Rebounding, kicking out. Abel, he can really shoot it. His third 3.
Matt Abel has done a great job of reading the defense. They set an off-ball flare screen, clearing up an easy look for him.
Strong by McNeil. Oh, Battle came in. He thought he had a clean block. Copeland will shoot 2. Well, Matt Abel comes in. We showed you earlier a top 25 recruit. And when Coach Wade was announced as the coach, a lot of the national people say, hey, and things are going to turn around at NC State, and they're gonna get some guys in the portal that they're going to be able to recruit at a really high level. Abel, the highest rated NC State recruit since Dennis Smith Jr. back in 2016. Talk about an immediate impact. Committed on April 5th, just after Coach Wade was announced. .86 points for NC State. 10 minutes left.
Once again, NC State has stayed in that press, reducing the amount of time that North Carolina Central has to score.
Oh. Abel came down all right. He got up in the air. Carvey continues to put in work in the paint. And you know, with 10 minutes left, NC State wants to keep it up. That is the era we're in. We're not just in NIL and transfer portal. It's all about the computers, the metrics. You're supposed to win by this much.
Exactly.
Did you win by that much or more? And so there is an incentive to continue to try to win by as much as you can, really.
And that's why it's going to be interesting to see when Will Wade decides to go a little deeper in his bench, because points matter, especially in March.
That's where, you know, this team that is receiving votes in the top 25, just outside the top 25, is Copeland connects. That's where part of the reason the expectations are so high is because of the depth. So again, in the 9-man rotation, you're bringing guys off the bench that can really play. That's been a good formula for Coach Bowden and the Eagles. And again, at this part of the season, 13 newcomers for NC State, 10 newcomers for the Eagles. Think about that. I mean, we're playing 5-on-5 here, Casey. There are 23 new players combined on these two teams. You're trying to figure things out in the non-conference. And one thing they figured out is, you know, Carvey, a guy that averaged about 5 points a game last year, they might be able to lean on him in the post. Copeland glides and was fouled.
And once again, NC State doing a great job of letting their defense lead the offensive opportunities. I've seen there from Copeland running the lanes, getting looks at the rim.
They're looking to see if this needs to be upgraded. You see Battle got him.
Oh yeah, that might be.
Previous play is under review. Shooting foul on number 22.
That might be a flagrant. I've seen him get hit across the face going up for a layup.
Heard from Tony Henderson, Ryan Sisano, and Connor McDade. Ouch.
Without a doubt, I think that's a flagrant.
Battle spent last year at Evansville, played in just 4 games. And the call on the floor, common foul. Copeland shooting 2. But in your mind, it's an upgrade we will see from this crew.
Previous foul has been upgraded to a flagrant 1 foul on number 22.
Hey, you called it. And 6 players in double figures. Copeland with 2 free throws. He's at 8 points right now. Chance to become the 7th. He's a great free throw shooter anyway, so that got to let him shoot the flagrant. Into double figures.
North Carolina Central has returned to their zone.
Paul McNeil, zone buster. We said you got to give up something. Paul McNeil has that range.
And if you're North Carolina Central, giving up the 3 is a lower percentage than giving up an open layup. So, part of the game.
Long down the floor, McNeil again! McNeil has 16 of 4 made threes. Williams had the block clean. The foul called on Sanye.
Paul McNeil as a returner. Getting going from 3-point range later down the stretch.
Back here in Raleigh with Casey Morsell, Andrew Sanders. I have a feeling by the time this one's over, there's going to be some people frantically going through the record books trying to find when was the last time, right? 97 points at the under 8 timeout. You've got 7 players already in double figures. 17 made threes already. This offense is humming. And now the sellout crowd hungry for a free throw miss.
Free chicken for this crowd. There's nothing like it.
Williams 3. And NC State hits the century mark. 19 for the ACC preseason player of the year. It's got 4 boards and 8 assists to go with it. And a 3 to answer by Kyric Davis. To use an outdated phrase, all that in a bag of chips, right? It's all that in a chicken sandwich tonight.
That is what it's been for Darian Williams and this NC State team.
Well, Darian Williams, his capabilities on full display tonight. First ACC preseason player of the year since C.J. Leslie. But to be efficient, 7 of 10 from the floor. Again, the 19 points, but the rebounding, the assist, 8 assists. And just his playmaking ability.
And that's what he's always been. He's always been a stat sheet stuffer. Even at his time, from his time at Texas Tech and Nevada, he's done a variety of winning plays, which has always put his team in position to be successful.
Yeah, he was the Gatorade Player of the Year out of Nevada from Sacramento, but played at Bishop Gorman High School, was the Mountain West Freshman of the Year at Nevada. So he's played for the Wolf Pack. There's space in between, Wolf Pack of Nevada, but his debut for the Wolf Pack here in Raleigh, 98th straight start. And you hear about the game slowing down for guys as they get more experience. I don't know if and when you felt like the game kind of slowed down for you, but it just seems like he's always under control, kind of dictating the game, letting it come to him and just kind of pulling the strings as the best player on the court.
And as we've seen today, he lets the game come to him. He doesn't force anything. He lets the offense come to him, shooting shots in rhythm from opportunities from his teammates.
Lattimore, nice layup and a foul. And Coach Wade just got a tech.
The fans are loving the passion from Will Wade.
Saunier called for the foul. Well, he said we've seen everything tonight. Yeah, this fan base, they love their new coach getting fired up.
And how many coaches have had a tag in opening night and be embraced by the fan base? There's nothing like this NC State fan base.
The passion, the energy, the Red Reckoning. Eagles pick up full court. Davis. That's the second time Copeland's been fouled.
And it's starting to get
earlier.
speed.
And he was not a fan of this foul.
And that's an experienced move by Quadir Copeland. Keeping his cool, knowing the time and the score of the game, just getting up and moving on to the next play.
He makes the front end of the 1-and-1. How many points are they going to score tonight? 102 with 6 minutes to play. So it's 100 points, chicken sandwich, technical foul. An entertaining night at Lenovo Center. This is something the Eagles have done very well historically. Get to the free throw line. It is what they did to another level last time these two teams played back in 2013. That game the Eagles won in overtime. It set a ton of building records for fouls and free throws, and the Eagles went 41 of 45 from the free throw line.
And
that's what you want to do, right? Get downhill, get to the line. That's what scorers do.
And Carvey has done an exceptional job of attempting to finish at the basket through contact. The transfer from Morehead State has not had easy looks tonight. He has pushed forward time and time again.
The foul on Williams is his third. He gets a breather anyways, so it's Abel, Copeland, McNeil, Dang, and the Wolfpack debut for another transfer, and that is Scotty Ibube. Senior from Illinois, comes over from Wyoming. Reserve big man seeing his first minutes for the red and white. Copeland, well, he is so tough, right? Size, handles, and he took over that South Carolina exhibition when it was winning time.
And he is tough to guard, especially with his size, like you mentioned, especially when he gets to the paint and shoots right over top his defender. With a guy that size, you can't block his shot. The best you could do is try to put a hand up, but it's tough to guard.
Good contest from Abel. More debuts coming up. Allen Breed and Colt Langdon enter. Copeland and McNeil check out. Breed followed Coach Wade from McNeese, who was injured last year outside of a couple games. He's missed some time working his way back. Colt Langdon, local product from right here in Raleigh, Millbrook High School. He's at Butler last season.
But we haven't seen much of Colt at this level.
The student section is chanting, "We want Snell," and Coach Wade just looked over and said, okay, I hear you. Jordan Snell, the other returner, along with Paul McNeil. And Copeland's cheering him, egging him on. All right. Garvey's going to come out for Coach Moten. What a game he's had. Bright spot for the Eagles. 19 points, 8 boards. Just one shy of his career high, he said, at Morehead State last year. Had 20 against Linden. A little different matchup here against an NC State side that is loaded. Abel open, in and out. Ibube and Jonathan Dunn battling for the rebound. Called the foul on Ibube.
This game has been physical. Even though it's been one-sided, it's still been very physical, as you've seen from Ebube. Crashing the glass, trying to keep the ball alive.
Eagles in the double bonus, so Dunn with a couple of free throws. Jonathan Dunn on his 4th school. He was at Coppin State last year. He scored 10 points against NC State. Not on this floor. That was the Heritage game in Reynolds Coliseum. But he did have a good game against the Wolfpack last year. Breed lost it on the way up off of Dunn. Wolfpack ball, it'll stay on this end.
And for NC State's bench, this is a moment to earn additional minutes as the season progresses.
Abel lost it. Dang, a nice job not fouling. Breed, nice find inside. Ebube with the reverse.
Ebube did a great job of rim running, which cleared up an opportunity for him to get a reverse layup.
They got the trap here in the corner. .107 and counting. Sanaya Rivers in the house. Complete NC State at 2024 Final Four appearance in Cleveland. NC State women's basketball open up tomorrow in Greensboro. Top 10 matchup against the Lady Vols at Tennessee. That's tomorrow 4 Eastern on ESPN2. It's a big time opener. Deng. Catch and shoot. You're just tuning in. Like the under 4, NC State has 107 points. How'd they do it? It's been obviously a little bit of everything, but particularly 3-point shooting. 18 of 34. Stealing a run out. Breed to Ebube for the exclamation point. Just before that steal, the crowd got up because Jordan Snell's made his way over to the scorer's table. He's going to check in. So they were already hype, and then Ebube